Welcome to meditation class number 5 of the spring series. I hope that by the time you get to this meditation audio, you've already done asana and pranayama for week 5. Remember, the asana and pranayama are designed specifically to physically prepare you for meditation. If you wanted to use the meditation a second time during the day or another day, you certainly can, and notice the difference. Maybe that would be a good incentive to remember the asana and the pranayama. So this meditation is a little bit different. This one, it's still a guided meditation with a story component, but there is a quest involved. And please don't worry about that. There's another use of imagination is what I want you to know. Don't worry about what happens. Just let your mind and your imagination conjure up whatever it conjures up, and that'll be okay. The thing to remember about guided meditations is you really can't do them wrong. And if you're uncomfortable for any reason, come back to your breath. Open your eyes. Sit up. Stop. Meditation is never designed to make you uncomfortable. And if you have that reaction, please don't beat yourself up. We are all so diverse, so neurodiverse. Our nervous systems are so different in subtleties that what is comfortable for one person is not comfortable for another. So that is the real rule. We're going to bring ahimsa into meditation and say, meditation is never uncomfortable. Certainly not physically uncomfortable, but also we're not trying to shake up emotions and thoughts in a way that causes harm. This is a relaxation practice. So let's begin. Find yourself in a comfortable position. You can use the asana pranayama position that on the edge of the chair. You can lean back in that chair. You can use a recliner with or without your feet up. You can lie on your bed. You can lie on the floor. If you're lying down, please don't use your regular bed pillow. Put something smaller under your head, maybe a hand towel rolled once or twice or 3 times. And then, this is for most people. If somebody is only comfortable with their bed pillow, please use the bed pillow. But most folks can relax a little better with a smaller support under the head, and then maybe something under your knees so that your low back can be at ease, so that your lumbar sacral curve can be natural. And then add your eye covering if you're using that. I find it's easier to have a really dark visual field for my imaginings, almost like the screen before the movie starts. Now that we're comfortable, take a long, gentle inhale that makes you taller. And on exhale, let that exhale soften any part of your body where you hold tension. Bring your attention to the breath in your nose. And on exhale, soften jaw, cheeks, forehead. Soften the little muscles around your eyes by letting your gaze into the darkness that is the inside of your eyelids become vast and wide. Soften that gaze, and the muscles will slow down. Bring your attention to the breath moving through your throat. And on exhale, soften that space between ears and shoulders. If you feel your chin come up, You might want to readjust the pad under your head. That's okay. We want your neck to be comfortable, your shoulders to be soft, and your whole head positioned in the most relaxed way. And then bring your attention to the breath, moving your chest. And on exhale, soften that shoulder-arm connection so the arms can be even more limp and soft. Reposition them for comfort if needed. Bring your attention to the breath moving your belly. And on exhale, soften that hip-leg connection so that the hip is open, the leg is limp and soft. Adjust the legs for comfort if needed. And then I'm going to take us back to that little space above the navel where you can watch your diaphragm move. With the palm of your hand or with interoception. We're not watching with our eyes. We're watching with our other senses. And then, let's go back to that same circular field of grass with tall pine trees all around it. The sky here is always your favorite color of blue. The breeze is just enough to let you know there are tiny hairs on your face. You can feel the texture of the wind on your face. And the temperature is always what you need it most to be. Warm enough and cool enough at the same time. And as you turn in a circle, take in the scents of pine, of grass, and that warm scent of sun-baked stone. If you turn your back completely to that little opening where we went to the stone cottage, you'll see another opening. Let's make our way there in the same way. Feeling the heel, sole, toes push off of the soft grass and earth. Feel the other leg swing forward. Feel that heel come down, sole, toe. The arms are moving. You can turn your head from side to side and just take in the colors. Take in the light. And when you reach this opening, let your eyes adjust. It's this opening, you can see through it to the little portal at the other end where the forest dissipates again. It's about the same size as the one that you saw on the way to the cottage. So step into the forest and feel the temperature. Just sort of tickle your skin a little because it drops in temperature so fast. Not cold, it just went from warm to cool. Feel that on your skin. And pause, be very still to listen. Are there birds? Are there little animals moving around? Can you hear a bird song? And then, can you see the breeze still moves the tiny pine needles? Less and less as we begin to walk on the packed dirt path. The needles hardly move when we get to the middle of the path. Then keep going, feeling that harder surface against your heels, the soles of your feet, your toes when you push off. And just before you get to the portal, let your eyes adjust again. Slowly feel your pupils gently. Look down at the ground, not at the bright light, and feel your pupils slowly and softly constrict. And then step through and feel that surge of warmth when you're back in the sun. It's as if everything that felt tickly in the cool gets smoothed out by the warm. You can feel it on your face, on your shoulders, on the backs of your hands. And then notice where you are. There's a huge stone circle that's hollow in the center of a clearing. Not much grass around the edges, and the pine trees come right up to the grass again. As you walk up, that scent of sun-baked stone becomes stronger. And when you're near the edge, you can see that down in the hollow, there's a staircase. Very safe staircase made of stone, all along the edges, that takes you down in a spiral fashion, all the way down to the bottom. If you're uncomfortable in underground or small places, you might not want to try this one, but I feel pretty safe and I don't like those spaces either. Choose what's best for you. We're going to find our way to the space in the stone circle where the stairway starts. There's a railing, it's safe, it's secure, and the sunlight is directly overhead so you can see down as you go into the center of what looks like a giant well of stone. Feel the stone under your feet and begin to notice how we go downstairs. Feel your toe make contact and the heel come down, but that back heel is lifting up and the knee is bending and you're swinging that foot down, toe first, then heel. You're holding on to the railing with one hand. Very gently, very carefully, down we go. Feel the temperature get a little cooler as we go down. There's still plenty of sunlight. Notice the colors of the stones. Are they the same colors as the cottage or something different? Are they large or small? Are there any symbols or decorations on the stones? Keep moving down, feeling your legs do the work of descending the stairs until you reach the level bottom. It's stone here too. The floor is stone. And if you rub your sole across it, sole of your foot across it sounds a little scratchy and dry. And from the bottom of the stairs, there's a doorway straight ahead. Make your way to the doorway, feeling how this stone underfoot feels even harder than the stone on the steps or the stone paths. What color is the door? What shape is the door? What's the door made of? And which side is the handle on? Take the handle and open the door. You're standing at one portal or doorway and looking down a short tunnel to another door that's the same size. And there's enough light coming through from the other door and from this one that you can see the walls are the same smooth stone. Not completely smooth, but it's not sharp or jaggedy. And so, begin to make your way gently down the path to the opening at the other end. It's a little darker in the tunnel, so pause just before you step through. Let your eyes adjust. And then step, still onto stone, into a huge cavern. There is gold and silver light coming from the stone, the very rough stone that creates this cavern. The floor is smooth as the other stones you've stepped on, a little dustier maybe, but it's a bright spot with no access to the outside world. Glowing gold and silver stones. As you walk in, you can smell that stone smell again, but it's the cool smell of stone. Warm stone smells one way, and cool stone smells another. Let that cool stone smell just wash over you. The floor of the cavern is essentially clear. There's some rocks here and there, nothing to obstruct your path. So make your way to the center, where there is a pedestal with just one leg. On that pedestal, when you get there, you'll see a box. Notice how the pedestal looks like it's part of the box. What's the pedestal made of? The box is probably made of almost the same thing. Pause a moment and just think of the first question that comes to mind. What would you like to know? Are you making a choice between two paths, or do you just want to be surprised? You can ask a question, or you can choose to be surprised. Take a moment or two to make a decision. Inside that box is something that probably will be meaningful for you, meaning you'll recognize it, or you'll know why it came. Maybe you won't. Let's reach out and lift the lid of the small box and check out what's inside. Whatever it is, you can pick it up, turn it around in your hands, feel it, smell it, listen to it, rub it between your fingers near your ear, or maybe it's something that makes noise all by itself. And if it's appropriate, maybe you can even taste it. Doesn't matter. Just know that whatever is in that box is meant for you. You can choose to leave the item here in the box and put the lid back on, or you can put the lid back on and take it with you. Whatever you choose, turn your back to the pedestal in the box and make your way across the stone floor of the cavern to the opening of the tunnel. Feel your feet moving across the stone. Smell that cool stone smell. And when you get to the opening, let your eyes adjust for a moment. And then step in and begin to walk toward the light of the other portal at the end of the tunnel. Let your eyes adjust when you get there to the light. Take your time. Step through, walk across to the stairway, take hold of the railing, and begin to make your way back up again. Feel the difference. This time, we're putting almost a flat foot down, and that leg is pushing to straighten and lift us, and the other leg falls behind and then swings up to do the same job on the next step. Feel the work of the legs in climbing these stairs. Feel what your thighs are doing. Feel what your butt is doing. Feel your breath change with the effort. And when you've made your way to the top of the opening, stand up on the grass. Feel the sun on your face. The scent of pine is stronger here, and the scent of warm stone is a little bit lighter. Make your way back to that opening. Cross the soft grass to the opening to get back to the big circle of grass. Let your eyes adjust. Walk through the little forest, taking in all that your senses are offered. And when you get to the other opening, let your eyes adjust. Step through and feel the softness of the grass underfoot. How the earth holds you up, but takes some of the stress and the force of walking. Make your way to the center. And then I like to do the Julie Andrews arms from The Sound of Music and slowly spin and take in all the scents, all the touch of the wind and the sun and the feel of the earth. The feel of the breeze moving against your skin as you're twirling. Listen, what do you hear? Can you hear the birds? Maybe it's just very quiet because that's what you like best. And then bring that to stillness. Bring your focus to your diaphragm in the center, right above your navel, center of your torso. Let your breaths be long and soft. Move fingers and toes. A little more as the breath gets bigger, until you're fully aware of your body on the surface that supports you. If you're lying on the ground, I want you to bend one knee and then also bend the other. Put your feet flat. If you need to, kick that pillow out of the way. Wrap your arm, preferably your right arm, around your head and roll over onto your right side. Eyes are still closed. Take a couple more deep breaths and then slowly begin to open your eyes. You don't want to feel a sharp contraction of the pupil. You want to feel your pupils softly and gently contracting. And when you're completely comfortable with your eyes, at least partially open, put your palms down and use your hands and arms to push up to a seated position. Big inhale. Big inhale. Take a moment there. And with a big inhale again, transition to somewhere comfortable. Your choice. If you're in the chair or recliner, I want you to sit up. Put the feet of the recliner down. Sit up, take a couple of breaths. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Let the pupils adjust gently. And take a few more deep breaths before you choose to stand up. You want to make sure the parasympathetic engagement of meditation is measured as a technique for lowering blood pressure. But that means it's going to lower everybody's a little bit. The way to come back is to use the sympathetic nervous system engagement of the inhale to just bring yourself up enough. Bring your blood pressure up just a little bit so you don't feel dizzy or uncomfortable. That's it for this week. I hope that you will share your experiences, ask questions, leave comments in social, on the website, or under this audio. Thank you very much.